houses. I get
Hold on, give me 1 second, Chris. Okay, I can hear you now, but go ahead.
mainly houses. I get a few land leads every once in a while. Nothing's really come to
Okay.
fruition out of them though. I
Okay.
may not even be very. I may not even be like now. It's like I can get some focus, but I may not be able to because my daughter is. Hi. I don't know if she's gonna let me focus. So if somebody else has something. I don't know if I'm gonna be any help. Anybody have anything good for today? I
No
may have to mute
worries.
myself a lot of times to take care of her. She's
No,
currently,
you're good. You're good.
if I see she's currently throwing the light on and off, trying to get me to get out of this meeting.
Princesses definitely run the household, so I definitely know what you're going through, my friend. All too well. Hey, Kelly, how are you?
I'm gonna mute myself for a second, deal with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Francisco, I'm good. How's your baby? You have a
My
new
baby
one, no?
is, yes, he is turning 3 months this month. So he is outpacing his growth by a lot.
Oh my, that is exciting.
Yeah,
4 or number 5?
this is number 4. Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
daughter.
out.
Are
I'm
you
out of
out?
him.
Are you tapping out?
Yeah, I'm through. I'm done.
My daughter is due in another couple months in with their third girl. My son-in-law said, I'm done. I go, if you're gonna turn 4 or 4, he said, hell no.
Right. I'm in the hell no crew now too. So I definitely, and Kelly, you still look, you lucky, you still got youth on your side. You do not look like you are a grandmother. So that is crazy, the fact that
Thank
you have
you.
grandkids.
I do.
That is
I'm
like,
almost 3.
that is crazy. Oh my goodness. But that's also a blessing too. But yeah, I am through. I'm done. No more for me.
It's
I
so
got
I have 4. I mean, they're grown now, but it's so fun. I would have had 6. I wanted twins every time. My doctor's like, "You're crazy. You're the only one asking for twins." I don't have twins, so a little sad about that. But
yeah, 2 humans crying at the exact same time is I can't even imagine. Okay, we
oh my
got
God,
some.
how's your wife doing? Goodness.
She's and we homeschool as well too. So everyone is like, yeah,
Good Lord. All right, now y'all are crazy. Now I know why you said you're done. No homeschooling, no.
yeah. So if you know the reasons for extra gray hairs, you know why now. So
Okay, okay.
that is amazing. But sweet. So how's everybody's week going? We could start off actually with you, Kelly. I know didn't you recently have a closing couple last week or 2 weeks ago?
Couple weeks ago. So I had 3 lots, one seller. That was my first time I ever did like a multiple lots in one time. When I
Mm-hmm.
tell you that was hell, I learned so much though. Like I learned a lot from it. There was turtles, there was encroachment from the neighbor. The lawyer was involved because my seller was 40 years in the army, so very just my way or nothing. I did
Mm.
learn a lot from it. I was like, there's no way this is gonna close. It was just 3 or 4 extensions, and then he got the paperwork and he didn't want to sign for a month. So Adams was like, hey, your seller needs to sign. Like, we're holding on to this. We were a month past due, no extensions. He just didn't want to sign. Or he took his wife to be his witness. Like when it clearly says on there, you cannot have your family member be the witness. We had one person in Canada. She didn't follow the instructions. It was just a mess. However, it did close. He also didn't want to pay his taxes, his prorated taxes or whatever. And I decided to pay them. I was like, I'm done with you. Just take them out of my cut. Like
What?
it was just I would have to pay them if I wasn't selling my property. That's my responsibility. It was just he at the title company was so sweet. I sent my lady that was helping me $100 Amazon gift card afterwards to just tell her thank you. I was very grateful for her. And she very much was surprised and appreciated it. So when Derby talks about, be kind obviously to your builders and your title company, love on them, love on them. So
That is
anyways,
amazing.
yeah. I have my VA in Georgia looking for lots for Justin.
Okay.
Only over there. I'm doing Florida. And then my daughter, who's basically my VA. I mean, we JV everything, but she's basically my VA. We just moved into North Carolina. And then my son, who just turned 18, he's joining as another JVVA, and I'm
Hmm.
training him right now. Um, Not sure where he will go. I was thinking Texas, but then Rob was talking the other time about how there's these, they're not new laws, but they're just kind of like getting re-brought up about no calling, no texting. So I don't know, I might
Oh
hold
yeah.
off on that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
You
getting
have
ready
like
to
a
take
whole
my,
family affair. You have a whole family affair business going
you
on
know
right
what?
now.
I want to make sure they're good when I'm gone, like teach them
Yeah.
how to fish. So, and I'm getting ready to take my Florida real estate license. Do I want to show houses? No. Do I want to list land? Yes.
That is a fact. Yeah, and that's actually another strategy that I think is worth talking about as well too. Just for the simple fact that there's even a couple. I don't know if you know Andy from the 2.0 group, but there's currently a deal that me and Andy are working on where he couldn't find a buyer for it, and then we posted it on the MLS. Obviously, we've been flat feeing majority of the stuff that we get, and that's honestly how I've been dispositioning the last couple of lots, especially if builders are filled. Um, Having buyers or just buyers in general, not just builders, just buyers come to you by just posting on the MLS. That's typically the best alternative as well too. Um, and then if you guys are interested, I can kind of go over like the dispo process that I'm kind of like implementing, and then you guys can do that as well too, or a variation of that, and see what works for you if you guys feel like that would be valuable to kind of go over. Pull this up. How close are you from getting your license, Kelly?
I'm leaving to Mexico next week. So when I get back, I'm taking I'm done with my course. I just need to take the test and then do my state test and
Gotcha.
fingerprints. So I'm like right towards the end. They kind of, somebody had reached out to me from a tiny homes and they wanted to do like a exclusive with a realtor, this and that, and I'm not one. But it kind of like got me thinking it will have more opportunities, not just with land, but I am talking to them about land. Like what are they doing for their land needs? But they wanted somebody, they're doing like a community or something, and they wanted like a realtor to. I was like, I'll fly to Florida. I'm good. Like, I'll show your properties, like your tiny home properties. That's cool.
Right. Let's see here. And tiny homes are actually they were getting popularity back in like 2023, 2024. I know they're still a thing as well too. So
Hey, Kelly. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Gigi.
Hey,
hey
how are
Gigi, how
you?
are you?
I'm good. How are you gonna get licensed in Florida if you're over there?
You don't have to live over there.
No.
That's what the thing said, anyways. I mean, I'm hoping
What?
so. It said that I could take it, and it's like proctored or whatever. And there was a
Mhm.
exam center and a fingerprint center that was in is either Oregon or Washington. I can't remember. I got very lucky because some of the other ones were more on the East Coast.
Yeah. So, what part of Florida are you gonna be listing at?
I have no idea. I don't even know how it works because I'm not interested in like traditional like
Yeah.
real estate like homes,
Yeah.
I understand that I need to find like a broker, that will sponsor me. And I'm wanting to find one that is like obviously like land friendly, that I'm not interested in showing homes. I mean, I don't know. I haven't got that far.
Yeah. No, I,
I'll
I mean
take any
that's
advice from anybody.
that's a good idea. So look, so I did the course for real estate license, but I stopped. I didn't go test. I did not go test out because I was like, wait, I'm wholesaling. I don't want to get in trouble. Da, 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 da. So I stopped. I didn't go through the whole thing. So that's why I was like, wait, you could be licensed in Florida, but I don't know. I just
Yeah.
stopped. But that is a good idea just to list your land.
I just want, yeah, I was just thinking even like my own for my sellers, and just say, oh, well, this is another option. Would you like to list it on the MLS? I'm a licensed realtor, and obviously I wouldn't be a do a realtor doing wholesale or whatever. Just another option, I guess. And
So
then it
do
was kind of like the tiny homes was like, oh, there's other opportunities and things out there.
yeah. So do we not have someone in the group that's already a broker in Florida?
Francisco, are you still licensed realtor? Like, are you still active?
Yeah, I'm still active. Amber is, but let me go on a brief TED talk real quick before, because I got to
Okay.
disclose this part because no one else is going to tell you this, Kelly.
Okay.
I personally have a vendetta against just the National Association of Realtors. Let me tell you why. So boom, you get licensed to do real estate all over the state, but then like let's just say if I wanted to do real estate in Port St. Lucie, I would have to pay Port St. Lucie MLS to even post deals there. And then if I wanted to do that in Jackson, if I wanted to have a listing in Jacksonville, I would have to pay to be a part of Jacksonville MLS. So like not all of them charge different fees, which I feel like it's low key like highway robbery, because if I'm paying to sell real estate, there should be one MLS for each state. There's like 20 MLSs. There's like 20 MLSs you have to join. Like I'm in Tampa, the MLS here probably covers like maybe 6, 7 surrounding other counties. So yeah, that's the reason why like I shifted to just doing the flat fee stuff, because yeah, it's just $100 per listing and stuff like that, but they already have all of the MLSs. So that's like the one downside of being licensed that no one talks about. That you just keep that into your mind is like whatever broker you do sign up with or sign up under, you only have MLS access to whatever region that they have.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Chris said you need to join the local board in the counties. And yeah, you got to join different counties and cities in order to be able to list property. And me and Amber kind of discussed doing that a little bit, but every association is different and costs different amounts as well too. So Jacksonville might be like $1,000 for the year. Port St. Lucie might be $1,200-$1,300 for the year. So it, like it's all give and take.
I got something for you. So if you so here's a little. I'm an agent myself, but I'm in Maryland market, so I do both. So I have separate companies for my wholesale business, my house buying business, and my real estate business are two totally separate entities. They're different S corps and everything. So that way I go into the appointment with my investor cap on, and then if it goes retail, investor cap goes off, realtor cap goes on. So I change directions based on the lead. But what you can do, I have not done this, but this is something I know a lot of other people have done. What you can do is you can join a national broker, somebody like eXp Realty or something like that, and you can get your license in any state, just one state, and then switch it to inactive status. So you have to do your continued education, and you have to do a $25 fee to renew it every 2 years or whatever it is. But with an inactive license, you don't need to maintain boards. You don't have to be on the MLS, but with an inactive license under a brokerage, you can collect referral fees directly from the HUD. From those, you can refer them out to other agents and get paid a traditional referral fee, even with an inactive license status.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be listing it, but you could collect referral fee. Like right now, you can't get paid on the HUD a lot of times. If you refer it to an agent, they can't pay you on the HUD. They pay you like a lead generation fee after settlement or whatever, right? But if you maintain an inactive license, it's super cheap to maintain because you don't need to be on the boards. And then you can collect 30-40% referral fees on the HUD from any agent you send a deal to.
Okay. I wonder if that's what this one guy does that works for Miranda. He's a real estate agent.
What was that question?
I just think that this one guy, do you know Peter at Miranda? He's horrible to work.
I think I know you're talking about. Yes.
Me and Ryan had a JV, like a 30K JV deal that he just was playing games about. Anyways, I don't work with him anymore because he's just too difficult. But I wonder if that's maybe what he does, is maybe he just collects the referral fee off the HUD.
That's probably, because they do like a flat fee each one and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, open-ended question for anyone that has that needs help with this specific thing. But Kelly, you sparked the idea to ask this question. When it comes to like getting buyers and stuff like that, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but buyers are at least from my experience in interacting with this, have been very vocal about how they pick up deals, what deals they do pick up, and stuff like that. Has anyone had any interactions with any like buyers, either on the house side or the land side, that gave you some insight on their viewpoint of current market trends?
Not me. I wish.
I have like local. I'm in Maryland, so like I talk to a lot of buyers around here, and a lot of them are projecting 6 to 8 month holds now on their flips, just to be safe because it's taking longer to sell them. They're not taking that long, but most of them are seeing at least an additional 30 days on market and probably at least one price cut, unless it's like the absolute best flip in the market because of the competition here in the Maryland. And then with the whole national lender pool out we had in the city with all the appraisal scams, a lot of people have stopped buying in the Baltimore City area. A lot of buyers have pulled out and said, I won't shop in the city anymore at all.
Yeah. I had a very interesting call that I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post in the group chat, but I'm gonna try to find my camera and see if I can play it loud for you guys here. This buyer would not stop talking for like 15 minutes straight on how shitty the market is in Cape Coral. And I'm so glad I have my camera handy. But luckily, and this was like totally out the blue. This was me calling just to find buyers for this commercial lot that I have on the contract. And I was just asking, like, hey, are you interested in any commercial lots? And he just went on a whole tangent. And that's all he was looking for is commercial lots. He was like, if it's residential, don't even send it to me. And then he went on and talked about that there in Cape Coral specifically, there's over 12 months of inventory in Cape Coral. And the reason why this is important to notice is because when there's a lot of inventory on the market, one, deals tend to typically move a lot slower, right? But then that's also, to Chris's point, that also means that if, let's just say, a home builder has 12 homes that are sitting on the market for over 6 months, the likelihood of them trying to buy more land to build is going to be a lot slower because their turnaround on their product getting sold is bleeding them out essentially, right? So I think now more than ever is very good to kind of like diversify, what type of buyers you're going after, and then understanding the market condition, whatever market that you're in, because if you're not getting any more buyers or having trouble finding active buyers, market conditions can be a good indicator why, right? And the only other alternative you have is either pivot to another market, pivot another form of marketing, or have buyers come to you. And the best way to have buyers come to you is building relationships with either agents, right, that can send you deals, or have private buyers that they already have relationships with, or putting it on the market as well too. The freeway. I know last week we briefly went over the tool Dispo Genius, and I'm thinking I have to just coordinate with Andy to kind of like bring him on the call either on Tuesdays or Fridays whenever we do our call, so that way you guys can kind of see how Dispo Genius works. And then if you are able to afford it, I feel like it'll be very beneficial for your business and stuff like that as well too, just as like an extra leg of marketing and getting in front of people as well too. So does anyone have any live deals specifically, whether it be a house or infill lot, that they need help finding buyers for? And I could just do a brief tutorial of how I've been using Dispo Genius to find buyers, because the last couple of buyers that I've sent deals to has been found on Dispo Genius. So if you guys want to kind of see like a tutorial of how it works and how to find buyers, we can do live buyer calls right now. If you guys have deals.
I have one. Derby's buyer didn't want it because it was on the corner in Valley. It's a double lot, and she's like, "You better start looking for a buyer. It's a 10K spread." And I've been reaching out to buyers, and nobody's responded yet.
Okay, let's put it in message to me, and then I'll show you.
Okay, let me find it. Hold on.
And I just logged into it and I'm just like, whoa, they've done some UI improvements. Which I am a fan of. And let me know when you send it to Kelly. This would be so cool if we find a buyer for it live.
Hey, Francisco, I'm gonna throw one in the chat for you.
Okay. Vero Beach, perfect. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use both of these as a live example. And then I do have to, let me just show you guys. So then that way you kind of see it. And then this is kind of like the playbook that I use specifically. The only thing that I have to change is reverse some of the steps. But essentially what we need to do is stage 3 actually needs to be stage 1, but I'll just go over it in detail and then you kind of see, right? So I'm gonna use Kelly, I'm gonna use you as an example, and then we'll go through this process. All right. So let's just say you have a deal where you know it's a good deal, but you just need to find a buyer for it, right? So immediately the first thing that I do is, it used to be called offmarket.com, but now it's Offer. I got to get back with Ken because now allegedly it's free. There's no subscription for it. And then they just charge you like 1% if they find a buyer for you, whatever the case may be, right? Or they could charge whatever. So they do all of the calling, the prospecting for the buyers for you after you post your deal. So Alpha. And of course, my computer doesn't want to work right now. Anyway, once it comes up, I'll show it. You post a deal on their platform with the parcel ID, the asking price. If you have photos, that's great. If not, you could just take the screenshot of like the property appraisers, and then they start calling and texting all the buyers and whatever retail buyers in that area. They send you the leads, right? You pick up the phone, ask them, hey, if you're interested, yada, yada, yada. You do that for a week or two and see if you get any bites or interested parties that are wanting to make an offer on your property, right? If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna show you Genius Reach. Genius Reach is inside of Dispo Genius. And regardless of whatever CRM platform you have, it integrates with any CRM platform, right? So then the next step is, if we don't get anything on offmarket.com, we'll use our internal buyers list or Genius Reach to try to find buyers. And I'll show you what that looks like. And then realtor engagement, trying to find realtors that have something to do with sold activity within a given time frame. Does that make sense? So this first stage is going to be pretty much done for you because they're going to call all the buyers in the area for you. And then you just have to basically do the outreach and vet the buyers once they send you the buyer leads, right? This one is you picking up the phone and calling the buyers yourself. And you're saying like, hey, this is where you've sold property in the past before. I have a deal not too far from it. Would you be interested? Right? Regardless of step, like I said, stage 3 should technically be stage 1, but the sequence of events doesn't matter more than just it getting executed. Does that make sense? And then realtor engagement as well too. So now you can do this simultaneously, or you could do them in sequential order, because the whole point of this is to try to maximize the exposure before you have to revert to MLS listings. Make sense? So
Yeah,
once you exhaust it, and then I go into detail when to list on an MLS, and then the exceptions of when to just skip off market and Dispo Genius. So the only time you really want to skip all of the other steps is if you know for a fact you got an exceptional margin on the deal. Let's just say your deal is you got it for 20 and then lots are selling for 80, 90 retail. So you might as well just put that bad boy on the MLS and try to get it done that way, right? And then obviously listing on the MLS, you still want to make sure you have a healthy margin, but you want to do as much, you want to have the traction work for you and not against you. And what I mean by that is it gets exhausting and you can easily get burnt out, always trying to be the one calling buyers, right? But you also have to incorporate things that can allow buyers to come to you. Simple as that, right? So then let's use your deal real quick. And then I'm gonna go into, can you guys still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna just type it because it's not letting me copy the address, Kelly. $918. It's my key. Where's my keyboard? Okay, there we go. 9180 102nd Avenue. Okay, boom. Vero Beach. Exit strategy. I'm gonna just say new development. Asking price really doesn't matter. But let's just say we're asking 35,000. And then it's going to start pulling all of the data. So, and all of this really is just an interface that's going to show you all of the recent sales and the phone numbers for the buyers that had something to do with the recent sales. Network error, refresh. Let me start through again. 118. 2nd Avenue. Development, asking price. How much do you have this on the contract for, Kelly?
They want 90 and Derby's builder would have paid 100K since it's a double lot, but it's on the corner and she said her builder needs only in the street.
Okay.
Once.
All right, let me take my headphones off and we're about to start calling some buyers right now. Let me change my audio settings here. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, perfect. So we're about to call HDV Homes, Maria.
Oh, I just messaged her. She never got back to me though.
We're about to see if she responds now. It gives you their all of their mobile numbers too, or potential mobile numbers.
Hi, this is Maria. I'm not available right now, but please leave me a message.
Tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Maria, my name is Francisco. I was giving you a call because I noticed you did some kind of new development on 102nd Court in Vero Beach, and I have a deal not too far away from there that I wanted to just send over to you and see if it'll be a good fit. If you were still buying land, if you can, please give me a phone call back at this number, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you so much. So this is clearly the right number for her, and then boom, it auto generates an AI message. You just send her that. And then boom, you move on to the next one.
So does it just follow with the text message? Is that what the AI one is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then you just move over to the next one. Now there is a little bit of a, oh, let me put this as the right number for her. And then I'll share this with you as well too, if you want it, just in case you want to reach out to her.
Okay, thank you.
And then William Handler. Let's give Will a call. What's that? Whoa. I have no idea what that was, guys. I'm like, what's that? Okay. That is super weird. All right, but let's go ahead and continue calling to see if we can find it. But essentially, I just pulls up to Chris, to your point, it's very similar to investor base from the standpoint of like, it pulls up, you know, the buyer's information and stuff like that, and you can just call and text. The only difference with this is it integrates with oh, okay, I see what it was. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Chris, to answer your question, it's very similar to investor base. The only thing with investor base is that I guess it's like, I don't know if investor base integrates with any other like CRM that you can like call from and stuff like that. But the goal of this, it's called Dispo Genius, and then it integrates with your CRM. You save their buy box, and then you can just send them deals from that particular platform, the same platform. And I'll dive into that as well too. But let me finish calling a few of these other ones real quick, and then I'll show you how it ties in. But investor base is still good. It's mainly for houses. But I did not find investor base useful for land, if that makes sense.
Bill Hammer.
Hey, am I speaking to Will?
Yeah.
Hey, Will, I was just giving you a call to see if you were still buying land in the Sebastian area.
Thank you.
Oh. Looks like he's not buying. Miranda, Randall, let's give Randall a call.
Item.
And then if they don't answer, you could just send them a text and then just move on to the next number. It gives you potential, obviously multiple potential numbers. Hold on.
Question, Francisco, are these individuals who recently bought homes, or these are businesses?
Both.
So or like both? Okay.
So like, for example, this one, UV Group LLC, it'll give you the address of what they did, and then it'll also show you like the transaction history. So the first time he pops up is, let's just see where he pops up at. Let me use another one as an example.
Okay, Will, could have just been, he was just a regular guy who bought a house or bought land.
Correct. Yeah, either or.
Okay.
Yeah, because the whole purpose of this is just to filter out specifically by buyer type, and you want to just filter out for builders as well too.
Got it. Okay.
So if it has like the orange like construction hat, it basically tells you like this property or this property location is a very strong likelihood that they bought just the land and then they resold it for more, which probably was a house on it.
Got it. Okay.
And then after you exhaust all of these options, if you find somebody, great. If you don't, you just move on to the next step of the dispo process with it, which is either posting it on, offmarket.com so buyers can come to you, or posting it on the MLS to have buyers come to you, either or. But this is probably like the next approach to like being as direct as possible, because you are identifying all of the players in that specific area that there's clear evidence that they bought or done some type of development work nearby your subject property. Does that make sense? And even if you can't connect with them directly via phone, you can also try to connect with them on LinkedIn. And then boom, it'll send you to their LinkedIn as well too.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep. And then let's see where show details.
So I found her on Facebook. That's how I found her and messaged her.
Oh, see, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Boom. So, and also when it comes to buyers as well too, I mean, buyers are busy individuals as well too. So if you can't connect with them over the phone, you might, Kelly already sounds like he was, doing this similar thought process where it was, you just reach out in a different channel as well too. And this one, I'll probably try to harp on her 1, 2, because you could see she's been in business for quite some time, right? 7 years, 5 months. And it looks like she probably has done a lot of work in around this area. So this is probably somebody that you want to kind of like keep a close eye out. Have you got her criteria yet or no?
No, she hasn't responded to me. I reached out to O Housing, Lux Construction, ADC Homes. I did reach out to the WJ HFL or whatever they're called, the Century 21. I know they don't work with wholesalers, but you never know. I called them anyways. And then Adams and then Holiday Emerald.
Oh yeah. Let's see if we go further out. It looks like, yeah, even if we go further out, there's not a lot of other. Let's try this person. I'll try calling 1 or 2 more. And then if the numbers check out on this one, Kelly, I would recommend probably doing alpha or putting on that mode.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 9.
Okay, perfect. Send them a message. Hopefully they respond. I'll keep you posted if any of these people respond back.
Thank you, Francisco. I appreciate you looking.
No worries. Let me do Al, you posted in the chat.
Kelly, I'm looking for you too.
Oh, thanks, Gigi.
You're welcome.
Virginia. For this one, Al, how much you got on the contract for?
Trying to lock it in for 42.
I actually have a buyer for this. I think I'm gonna have a buyer for this. Let me call him real quick and see if he answers. You're direct to seller on this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me send him a text. Hold on. Hey Dan, I was gonna send you a deal in Palm Coast in the W section. Let me know if it'll be a good fit for what you're looking for. I'm gonna send it to him right now for you, Al.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh wait, hold on. In Palm Coast, it's pulling up the wrong thing on here. This is in Palm Coast, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is zip code 32164? This buy that I just texted is one that I found off of the MLS that came from one of the flat fee listings that we had. And he closed in like 3-4 days as soon as title was clear. So if you have it for 42, most likely he'll probably take this down at like 50 to 55 out.
Okay, should I go ahead and try to lock it on up?
Let me see what he says first, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Okay, I got that lead through my VA. You know, they kind of work a little slow, but I really can't complain at $4 an hour.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good work if they got them at 42, because most sellers at Palm Coast are asking, they're still asking 2021 prices.
Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a buyer for Kelly.
Oh, perfect. Let's go. Let's run it.
All right, so it is, I just ran the sales search list and I pulled who just bought in September, and this company pulled up called Unity Development Investment. The owner is Juan Ortega and his phone number is.
You should call him live here. I know of Juan, but you should call him live.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Me too.
I'm scared.
Stop.
What?
And Gigi said that, so I was like, oh.
I mean, I'll find it for you, but when it comes to calling, I get scared.
So
I thought
look,
unit development doesn't work with wholesalers though, or was that maybe just in one area? Or is that everybody?
he's not your traditional wholesaler, but the reason he doesn't do that work with wholesalers is because he does the same thing as well too. So the only difference with him is that he will actually buy the lots and then for a lower price and then just resell them to home builders.
Okay, let me find you another one, Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Give me
thanks,
a second.
Gigi. I didn't
You're
even think
welcome.
about looking. Are you looking on the clerk of court?
No, I'm looking at the property appraisal. So pull up the property appraisal.
Oh, for the sales search.
Yep, and then go to the sale search and then hit September, put sell list, and then hit September. And then it'll show you all the recent sales.
Yeah, I know about that and didn't even think to look. I completely forgot.
Kelly.
Thank you.
That's another way to look at it as well too.
Yep. And it's your recent sales, and then you just go from there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will do that actually right now.
All right.
And I think the only other way to get around him working with wholesalers is if you like maybe double close with him. But if you do sell to him, you get assignments out of your head. And pardon me, two, he's not going to pay what a builder pays because he's going to buy them to resell it to a builder. So whatever you think you're going to sell it to a builder for, get it lower than that if you want to sell it to him. But he will actually close and he will, buy it from you. He just doesn't pay what builders pay. So just has a heads up. But Gigi, I mean, if you're doing that, if you found him that fast and his phone number, builders are like the buyers, any buyers are like the lifeline of our line of work. So visualize them cutting you a check to overcome that fear.
I know. I'm working on it. Listen, like I'm so good at finding the buyers like fast, like quick. I literally just did that. Was like, let me try to jump in and help her. The problem is talking to them. Like I can email them and talk to them through email, but like talking to them, it's what's hard for me.
Yeah, I need to find. I think my wife has my camera, but I'm gonna get that call I did with that buyer, and then I just need to load it just so I can like cut it because it was long. He was just talking for like 20 minutes. Um, but yeah, I mean buyers are relatively once you kind of get a report. I think with buyers, this will also help you. It's not related, but it's connected. This book right here that I'm currently reading, this will help you not only improve talking to buyers, but just people in general, right?
I need that.
I know the title may sound crazy, but it's not what you think it is. So
Yeah.
basically, the 4 types of human behavior and how to effectively communicate with each and in business and in life. Most buyers are probably going to be the red personality, where you got to be like very concise, very direct, very matter of fact, and then just only focus on the details, right? So this probably will also help you as well too.
Yes, it's just overcoming that fear. And I tell myself all the time, fear is just an illusion. Like, what is it that they can say? They're not in your face. Like, you can, I don't know. It just, like,
The
so
worst
the
they can do
guy,
is hang up on you.
yeah. So the guy with the 60 acres in North Carolina, we talk almost every day. So when I was scared to talk to him first, but then we just started talking. So now he's building the connection with me. The only problem is there's other family members involved. So look, I'm gonna just talk to him till he signs that deal. So, and then I'll go from there. But I already have the buyer in North Carolina. I don't know. I'm so scared. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just scared.
You are good.
JJ, we all got stuff to work on. I'm learning that. So I got fears too.
Like I'll investigate them, but when it comes to talking to someone on the phone, I'm scared. Which makes no sense. My sister's like, that's crazy. Like you find everything about them and then you're scared to talk. That makes no sense. But I guess it's because I'm uncomfortable because I'm not used to doing it. So I'll overcome it.
And actually, and real quick for Al, let me also show you. This is also again demo. I'm gonna have Andy come on just so he can show you guys this more in depth. But let me go ahead and because I know for a fact there's probably like some other Palm Coast buyers in here that I'm not thinking about. That even though I have their buy box, I might have sent them stuff that wasn't a good fit, or whatever the case may be. But let me see. Test. Asking price, let's just say 50,000. ARV doesn't really matter. It's money 1,000. Deal composer. Oh, deal best template. Boom. I know I'm zooming through this, but I'll explain this in just a sec. So this part allows you to kind of like input deals and then send it to your buyers in your database that meet this criteria. So it's going to take the criteria or the characteristics of the potential deal and then also match it to your buyer's criteria and point out which one will probably be a good fit for this one, right? And then you just filter and then it's going to work its magic. So out of the 38 buyers are not a good match for this. 5 of these, 5 so far in our database could be a good match for this. And they'll pull their buy box and then they'll show me all of the people that are a good fit. Obviously, I'm a test, so let me remove myself. And then if this is Al's deal, I will send it to these 5 individuals without saying test, though. That's it, test. Market. Asking 50K. Chakra save. And new developments. Filter. And I think the good thing with this is whether it's this or whether it's the method that Gigi described is you just want to consistently get criteria or, doing outreach. And then you can, have people that you can send this to. I sent a couple of these people, Antonio, Larry, I sent them all deals before. Whether or not they've accepted it or found that it was a good fit, you still just want to try to get them. The whole purpose of us selling deals is to get them in front of as much eyes as possible in the least amount of time. All right. So if you're consistently finding buyers or, gathering criteria, it's good to either have, a manual systemic way to see like who could this be a good fit for, or if you want to have like a more automatic way, you can also, do this as well. And then just boom, send it, and it'll send them all of the deals. It'll send them the deal right there. So I just sent it to 5 buyers for you, Al.
Okay, thank you. Is there any way I could get a list of those buyers?
Yeah, calling outside of like calling. All of these buyers that I just contacted were all from us calling. So let me show you. So we just obviously we have a pipeline for prospecting buyers, and we have like 326 of them. And it's just a numbers game. So we got all of these buyers just from calling. And then obviously we keep track of if they're not interested and stuff like that, or if we need to contact them again. Anybody else got any deals that they may need help on? Oh, I found the audio recording. Y'all want to hear the buyer that I was talking about for commercial law?
Yes.
Michael.
Michael, how are you? This is Francisco.
You guys hear?
Okay, what can I help you with?
I was calling just to see if
Can
you
you
were
guys hear?
still building homes in the Cape Coral area.
Well, I've got a couple going, and why do you ask? You looking for a builder or?
No, yeah, because I'm currently working with this seller that's currently trying to sell this vacant piece of lot right off of El Dorado, and I was just calling to see if you'd be interested in it.
Is it just a basic Cape Coral lot, or is it on the canal, or?
Oh yeah, it's right off of El Dorado. It is
Yeah,
zoned
so there, El
commercial.
Dorado. Oh, it's commercial piece, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's zoned commercial. It's right off of so it is on a little bit on the busy road. And then I just wanted to see if you'd be interested, and I can send you over the details.
How many acres is it? How many acres is it?
A 10,000 square foot lot. So it's relatively fun. Go ahead and pull up.
Oh, I moved on from it. Sorry. But one of the buyers I just texted one of your deals to, Al, just responded back saying he's only investing in Tampa right now. But that's a good opportunity to get another buy box. Sorry. But let me go through this real quick. That's why I stopped playing. Let me go faster a little bit.
Michael. Michael.
Time frame on that.
Well, I'm in Vegas right now. I have a business in Las Vegas and a business in Cape Coral. I will be going back to Cape Coral Wednesday, and I live in that house on Chiquita. That's my personal house and office in Cape Coral. So if you send me that deal, I'll go look at it, Wednesday, Thursday when I get back. And I'm just not sure what the highest and best use is on that. Yeah, there's not a little research, right?
No problem.
What are you asking for it?
Well, I try to get it as low as possible under market value, but right now, if I can help the seller out, at least get 30 for it. I think that's in
the ballpark. Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I still don't know what I would build. I'm gonna have to check with I'm gonna have to check with group.com. I can text it to you in a minute if you want.
It's Hillsboro.
Yeah, they're like some lead base. You probably don't want to farm the market, but if you farm that market, you got for the commercial parcels, you'll do pretty well. So,
yeah, he was talking. I gotta find the exact part of the call where he just went on a tangent about like the market in Cape Coral. But this call overall was like a 19-minute call with him. So basically what I gathered from it was he just only wants commercial lots for right now. He feels like there's nothing that is valuable or intrinsically valuable at this current moment about building, building on residential lots just because there's so many homes on the inventory. But I'll put this in the group just so you can kind of see throughout the whole call and just skim through it. But I would definitely encourage you guys. The only way to get in front all over that fear of talking to buyers is just talking to more buyers, which sounds crazy. but you're always going to be scared of talking to buyers if you don't talk to them. And the worst they could do is, just hang up on you and stuff like that. And then just constantly, be in front of their face and, keeping them top of mind. And then I will also develop a kind of like a habit of like creating maybe like a VIP buyer list or your go-to buyers that immediately come to head. And then that way you can, if you build a better relationship with them, you could just text them directly or call them, send them a voice note, stuff like that. And then you just go from there.
I will be doing that. I will challenge myself from now until Friday to talk to more buyers.
No problem. Sweet. All right, guys. So I know I gotta wrap up just to get on this other call in a minute, but we'll be back same time, same place. I encourage you guys, the best way to make this beneficial for everyone is if you guys have deals or anything that you guys are struggling with and you guys feel comfortable enough to just kind of share with the group. I actually like doing live stuff that can benefit you guys more than it can benefit me. So whether it's talking to sellers for you, talking to buyers for you guys, my whole goal is just kind of like build your confidence along, whatever you may be struggling with. So that way you guys can, make advancements on that and be good to go. All right.
Hey, before you leave, Francisco, is it
Yes,
possible for us that's in the group? Can we meet sometime with like the group among ourselves?
What do you mean?
Like set up a Zoom and we just meet without you and Derby, just meet up, just because we in this group and we meet up and try to work together a little bit and have a little bit more accountability during the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People do that all the time. Like Amber, Jala, Brian, you guys can meet up, coordinate amongst yourselves and do like co-working sessions as well too.
Okay, and one more thing, sir. I sent that admin over last week. I'm sorry I had a flat tire on you that night.
No, you're good. If you sent it, I'll look through my email and then I'll log in and get that situated for you, okay?
Okay then, sir. Thank you.
All right. Have a good rest of your day, guys.
Thank you, Francisco. Appreciate you.
Bye.